In the last 7 days, there were a lot of news and updates in Flutter Web. So if you didn't have time to catch up, don't worry, I got you covered. Let's get into the news and see what has happened. The most important updates and news that you can get from Flutter and Flutter community. All right, let's get started. As always, we're gonna go through the Flutter repository and we'll check all the pull requests which were merged or closed or to master. So again, a lot of PRs, many of them automated, and some of them are related to some features and bug fixes and internal tools improvement, which I'm not gonna talk about it. However, what we can see here is that up to 5 page, again, a lot of activities. I found a couple of PRs in Flutter repo, which was interesting to notice. Is one of them is adding checkbox support for MaterialStateBorderSide, and that's an amazing PR by a contributor, Hans Muller. So now you can have side with material state border, and you can technically change the border size for checkbox, which is amazing. This is a great PR. Now it's merged to master. Another PR was adding floating label style parameter to input direction. That is also a fantastic PR. It's a new feature merged to master 9 days ago. And it's going to give you a text style property so that you can style your floating label style as well on input direction. So this is a great PR by Renzo. So another one is, of course, a cherry pick for Flutter Beta version 2.4. Where release 4 is now ready on beta, so you can probably go ahead and update your Flutter and test on beta channel. So Flutter Engine, well, that it was a lot of PRs again, up to maybe page 4 or 5, but then most of them were like internal bug fixes, issues, and improvement, and some of them like updating documentations and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna talk about them. So nothing very interesting in particular this week for Flutter Engine. But for Dart side, it's an interesting comment from the product owner of the Dart. One of the product owner is that now Dart supports ARM 64M1, available on beta and dev channel. Kudos to the Dart team. This is a fantastic news. So you can go ahead and test it out. From the community side, I have to just point out it was pretty okay and silent. Not that much news that were like very interesting to talk about. Of course, maybe a lot of people are on the vacation and taking some day off. That's very good. But then I had one news at least, which is very good. The reason that I'm going to explain or show this tweet from David Legend is that I want to show you like how powerful Flutter Web can get. Like, so David Legend has created website by Flutter Web, which was kind of like a reclone of a WordPress theme, Nimbus. So let's take a look at that example. Here is the website. You see that how beautiful is this website, which is built by Flutter. You look at the animations, look at the all the cool things that you can see here. So this is great. So that means that Flutter Web is very powerful. Although there were some interesting comments, and I also ran some issues on this website, like the mobile version is still not very friendly, or the performance of the web, this web is very actually low. But that's not the point. The point here is that Flutter Web is very great to create such an amazing, beautiful design, and that's what I wanted to mention from David Legend. All right, this was the last episode of season 1 Flutter Sunday Show. I will be back with another show, maybe next week or maybe next 2 weeks. I'm going to keep the same structure as Flutter Sunday Show, but I will be back with more parts and section to the show, which you have asked me in different channels. I have listened to you, and now I'm going to add all of those sessions to the Flutter Sunday Show. There might not be Flutter Sunday Show, though. I may change the name to something else. If you have anything to share with me, you can find me on different social media or comment under this video. With that said, thank you again and see you in the next season. Stay safe, never give up.